Sound familiar? If so, take a look at some toys that Jan Diatri found that are positively Arizona.
Thank goodness for toys. They're just plain fun. But should they be more than that? Should they also educate and challenge and stimulate children as well as entertain them? Well, Geri Woodward says yes, and she's got the toys to prove it.
In this one, the child puts together the gears, how they get the gears to turn. This teaches the child cause and effect. It's an excellent pre-engineering toy. It develops logical thinking and problem solving. It's a lot of fun, and it can be different every time the child puts it together.
These are called discovery toys, and they teach children of all ages to explore and problem solve through fun and games.
It teaches cause and effect.
Toys that develop hand coordination or teach children their colors with color-coded puzzles or volumetric cups that stack up mathematically, teaching addition, subtraction, and reading. The toys come from all over the world, but you can't find them in any local toy stores. They're sort of the Tupperware of toys, sold only through home demonstrations. Still, the demand for Discovery toys has turned it into a $65 million business this year.
It's all accurate to scale, the whole solar system. And this is so you learn all about the solar system. You roll your dice, and you draw a card. This one tells me go to the planet that was first discovered by telescope. Okay, I don't know what that is, but because I don't, I'm given a space hop decoder. I've had parents come back the next year and say my 12-year-old knows every one of those cards. There's like 50 different facts about the solar system.
Discovery toys that teach children effortlessly. They're positively Arizona.
That's Eyewitness News for this Saturday evening.
We'll be back with the latest news.
Now, TV5 presents Open House with Rita Davenport.
Good morning. Welcome to Open House, and thank you for joining us today. Janet Elsey was one of our special guests, and she's the author of the book, The 4-Minute Sale, and she's going to be talking about how we make that important first impression. And the first 4 minutes that we have with another person really does sell a lot about ourselves, so it's very critical that you know how to best present yourself. Also, Geri Woodward is back with us from Discovery Toys, and she has some of the greatest ideas to occupy your youngsters during these hot summer months when they're bored and it's too hot to go outside and they want some activities and you don't want to go out and spend a lot of money to entertain them. Well, this will be absolutely wonderful. And then it's hot and miserable outside, and how about some delicious homemade ice cream? Now, this recipe is a banana marshmallow walnut ice cream. Doesn't that sound wonderful? I mean, that's enough that you'll probably gain 50 pounds just waiting for it to get made, okay? So it'll be really, really good. We'll start for our break first, and then we'll find out from Geri about some of those activities for the youngsters this summer, right after this. Geri Woodward is back with us. Geri's the manager of Discovery Toys, and today she's here to show us some innovative art activities from their book, Sand Castles and Snowflakes. And I have been so excited about this book because over 40 ideas for children's activities between the ages of 2 and 7. And we will be giving you a phone number how you can call to get a copy of the book if you're looking for activities for those youngsters. And you said something so significant, Geri. I want to share this. I was talking about how the kids were pulling me in 50 directions over the summer because normally they go to kindergarten or preschool and they have some activities that's structured. But this little quote says, I try to teach my child from books. He gave me only puzzled looks. I try to teach my child with words. They passed right by him, oft unheard. Despairingly I turned aside. How shall I teach this child, I cried. Into my hand he put the key. Come, he said, and play with me. Isn't that wonderful? That's what they want is your time, you know. You can try to give them all kinds of toys. You can do all, I know I just put you out of business. But anyway, you can try to do all kinds of things for them. But what they really want is the attention and the love and that support. And if you can do it in a creative way, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. What are we going to do today? All sorts of fun stuff. The first thing we have is homemade Play-Doh. A little tiny recipe over here, but I'll give it out loud, and then I'm sure you can get it from them too. Okay. You start with a cup of flour. And each batch makes about a pound of Play-Doh. Half a cup of salt. And what do we have? A tablespoon of oil. And water. Okay. A cup of flour and a cup of water. Is that water right there? Is that for something else? It is, but... Okay, don't use it then. Just fake it. Fake it. And a cup of water. A cup of water. For 10. This is where you teach them imagination.
Yes, imagination is very important.
Yeah.
Okay, so you stir this and you put it on the stove and cook it until it gets lumpy like it's ruined. It almost looks like you're failing. And then it starts globbing up until you have your Play-Doh. This then is colored. You can color it when you're mixing it, or you can let the children color it. What we love to do is we make a mound of it, put a hole in the middle, and we drop our food coloring in it, and then and I close it up, and they don't know what color they have. So they have to mix and mix and mix, and the color starts streaking, and then they develop the color. So they love that. Play-Doh is very important for developing the small muscles in the hand, which they will use then to hold a pencil and write their name.
They love it.
They can roll it out, give them your cookie cutters. They can have all sorts of fun doing that. What else?
And I like the little snowman too.
Isn't that a cute snowman?
They really do like this. How long will it keep? Do you know?
This will keep at least 6 months.
At least 6 months.
You can keep it in the fridge if you'd like to. Hold that. Feel that. Is that neat? I mean, you haven't played with Play-Doh recently.
I know. I like it. It's really good.
Yeah, we work with any of the little machines that they already have for Play-Doh, and it's much softer than commercially bought Play-Doh.
Yeah, I think it's easier to work with. I really do.
And I think it costs less than 50 cents a pound, so you can't beat that.
And it's expensive. I just bought some. And I know, you're looking at me, you're going to fork my eyes out. But anyway.
I send it home with
Anyway, I did, because it had some characters with it. It had that Jabba the Hutt and all those ugly characters, and that's what they were playing for. And stuff is expensive. It's about $15.
Oh, what's it that much?
Yeah, it was way too much, yeah.
Because I think a plain Play-Doh is like $5 for the little canisters that are already hard as a rock.
Parents just will buy anything to keep them quiet. Now, what else you got?
Okay, the next thing, this is called stained glass pictures. You make them with eggshells and hang on. It's fun just to save the eggshells. Kids will eat their eggs in the morning just to save eggshells.
Exactly.
So you take the eggshells and the kids get to smash them. Mother doesn't get to do this. Okay, smash the eggshells.
Oh, they'll love that.
Yes, that's real fun, real destructive. And then you take water and about a half a teaspoon of vinegar. This is also Easter egg dye. No reason to buy Easter egg dye when you can do this kind of stuff. Put the color in. Stir it around a little bit.
That's okay. It'll blend.
You put the eggshells in and let them sit, again, like 4 or 5 minutes. Check it. Then when they're done, you have the dried colored eggshells. You can make it real fine, like glitter almost, or the heavier, the bigger pieces like that. Then you take some glue. I'm going to get this right there, no problem. And you'll decorate your picture.
Now, Jerry told us last time, this is a piece of plastic that you can get at the dime store and put it down on the floor, because if you're trying to protect your floor, and then you don't have to be so worried about them getting stuff all over the floor, from sand to Easter egg shells or eggshells. And so what's it in glue? Glue. They'll do all that stuff.
They love it. I mean, it's just. And another thing is that we just color eggs in the middle of summer. Why should you only get to color eggs once a year? Hard-boiled batch eggs, let them sit down, make a mess, color the eggs, and then we can eat hard-boiled eggs for a week for their snack.
Yeah.
And my kids will only eat colored eggs.
That's right.
You know, hard-boiled egg does not interest them. So this way you can give them a healthy snack also.
What's all this?
The last thing I have is called ghost painting. Take any kind of paper and an old candle. This is the little votive kind, but any broken off stub of a candle. And you draw a picture. Say, let's go like this. Okay, or you can even draw the picture for the child, and then they can get a surprise. This is diluted temper paint mixed with water, and you paint it on here. Should have a bigger brush.
Look at that.
And there comes your picture.
They're going to love that.
And if your husband can draw well like mine can, he drew on the other day a Flintstone character, and then didn't tell them what it was, so they got to paint their own picture and find out what Daddy had made for them.
That is cute. And tell them that it's a secret, and it's a ghost that did it.
Yeah. There's a piece of paper, paint it, and then all of a sudden they get their picture.
That is so cute. Wonderful. And this is just an example of the ideas that you can get from the book. Over 40, I noticed, that were in here. The book is called Sandcastles and Snowflakes, and it's a book by Pat Katz, and it's available by calling 831-2799, 831-2799, and it shows you all kinds of wonderful ideas when you're just going crazy. Grab this, and with something around the house, you can do something to keep them busy just a little bit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rita.
We have more coming up on Open House. Hope you can stay tuned. We'll be right back.